Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and today we're going to look at the new monthly planner from Erin Condren. Welcome to my channel everyone, I'm glad you're here. And what I have here under this beautiful new cover design, which is called Tulipscape, is the monthly planner from Erin Condren, and it's launching next week on Tuesday the 17th. And I'm going to do a walkthrough and discuss some of the options that you can get if you order a monthly planner. And you can get this new cover or a series of what they're calling mantra covers that have different sayings on them. The favorite that I have of those mantra covers is the one that says good things ahead. I really liked that and almost chose it, but when I saw this Tulipscape cover, that was definitely my vibe. So is the gold coil. I almost always go with a gold coil, but you can get a platinum or silver coil or a rose gold coil if that is something that you prefer. Either the yellow gold or the rose gold will be more expensive. It is an option that adds $10 to your cost, but the platinum coil does not add any extra to your cost. And then when you open it up, there is a difference here between the monthly planner and the life planner in that there is no vellum sheet. This is a less expensive planner than the life planner, but you could honestly almost use it as your life planner. But a few of the features, such as that vellum sheet, are different in the monthly planner. This is a dashboard layout on the inside of the cover. If you're not familiar with Erin Condren covers, you can write on this with wet erase markers or Sharpies and use that as a functional space. This is the interior design that's the most colorful. It's called hexagons, but you can also get it in a pastel minimal, and that one is really beautiful. So you have two choices. You're not going to get bouquet, the theme that is the floral one this year for the life planner, but you can get pastel minimal, which is very, very nice. Okay, so monthly planner. This is such a beautiful little spread here where you just have the hexagon design and a quote, celebrate every facet of the journey. And you can just leave this as it is, or you can use it as like a backdrop for some favorite photos if you want to, or make it functional with some stickers that you put on top, maybe some annual habit trackers or bucket list stickers, things like that if you want to. Then you go right into this overview, which has 18 months on it, 9 months on each side. It begins with July 2025 and ends with December 2026. It has a tab that says 2025-26, and I love the color of this tab. I don't know if in the past we've had color on our 2025-26 tab, or whatever years they are. I don't remember that. This is like a periwinkle color that I really like. And then here is the 12 box spread that is the same as in the full weekly life planner. And you can use this for anything you like, including monthly to-dos, checklists, dates to remember, or specific projects that you're working on, rooms in your home that you want to do things to, whatever you'd like to do, members of your family, friends, gift ideas. And then we go to the first month, which in my case is July, but you'll see other options as well on launch day. There's a notes page that precedes the tab, and this is just beautiful blue here. I love this, absolutely love it, and I love the colorful tabs. This one says progress over perfection, and the monthly spread is identical to what you would get in the weekly life planner. There is a hint of the hexagon pattern up here in the top right corner, and the month is in the same color as the design and as the tab. But then here's what is a little bit different from last year's monthly planner, but also different than the weekly planner. You're going to get a dashboard layout that matches the dashboard in the weekly life planner. So this is the new dashboard layout that we have in whatever life planner that you choose. That is, it could be vertical, it could be dashboard, or hourly, horizontal. The dashboards used to be different if they were in the monthly planner, but all the dashboards in the weekly planners were the same. Now the monthly planner has that same dashboard. I think this is smart because some people like to decorate, and there were very few sticker kits that matched the specific dashboard page that the monthly planner had. So I think some people will really appreciate being able to use their sticker kits across life planner or monthly planner. So this is the new dashboard layout for all of the life planners and now the monthly planner as well. It's very minimal, even though this is a colorful planner. I love the long to-do list here, and they've just resized the boxes that were in here before. Now here's where the monthly planner is different than the weekly life planner. You have notes pages after this. So you have the calendar for the month, but there are no calendars for the week. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets, which means 10 pages of notes. So you could actually plan out all of the weeks of the month in these notes pages, and they're just lined notes pages. So if you're not a person who needs to do a weekly plan every week, but you like to just keep track of your to-dos, or maybe schedule out appointments for busy weeks differently than you do on weeks that don't have many appointments in them, this is probably a planner that you could prefer to the life planner because of these notes pages. So again, it's 5 sheets or 10 pages. And then the August tab looks like this. If you were to choose the pastel minimal, you would just have a soft pastel color here, and the month would be written in a nice big font turned this way, so you would be able to read August right there, and it's really nice looking. So look at this. See how the accent design switches colors just like the tab, and this design has changed colors. So every month has its own color scheme. If you're new to Erin Condren, you might not know that. And every month is going to have those same 5 sheets / 10 pages after the monthly calendar. There are some holidays written in, but they're in a very small font, so they don't take up much room. September's my birthday month, and I really like the purple or plum color that is in September. I'll just flip through and show you the tabs. Here's October, November, and then December, which is a little different now. If you've watched any reviews of the Hexagon Life Planner this year, you know that Erin Condren has switched their December color to a darker green than it has been for many, many years. They're calling this green apple, and it used to be a lime green, and it was more like the color on this part of the hexagon. Now it is a darker green, which I think is nice for those of us who associate green and red with Christmas time. It just kind of fits the vibe of December, in my opinion, so I'm glad they changed that. All the other colors are the same though. Here's January and February, March. You'll have to tell me which one's your favorite. April, May, June. It ends with June, and then I put some add-ons in the back of this one. I requested them, and what I got was one of 4 options that you can get, or the 5th option is to just not get an add-on, which you could totally do. But after the June spread, there are the 5 pages, or 5 sheets actually, and 10 pages. And then there is an add-on section option where you can either get notes pages like this. I really like lined notes pages the best. You can get budget pages, you can get productivity pages, and then there's a new option like family scheduling pages, which might be really helpful for those of you who have kids who are in different activities, and you're kind of the person in charge of keeping track of where everybody is when. You might like those family scheduling pages. So if you do this add-on of the extra, I think it's 20 sheets and 40 pages, you will have to pay an additional fee. So far, the only things that would cost you extra would be if you change to a different than silver or platinum coil, and if you add on a section in the back with one of those 4 options: lined, productivity, budget, or the new family scheduling pages. And then here is a list that is in all of the life planners. It's just extra holidays or observances that you may not see in the monthly calendars, but they might be important to you. And then here is the year 2027. Can you believe that? This is a 12-month planning ahead spread with 3 check box lines underneath each month, and then a line section of about 8 lines or so down here at the bottom. So you can plan into 2027 if you want to. And then at the end, you do get some coiled in stickers, but they're different than the Life Planner stickers. There are 2 sheets instead of 4, and they're all these cool event labels. So they're colorful in my case. In the pastel minimal, I'm not really sure what they look like, but I suspect they're going to be a minimal color scheme. Not really sure. But these are 10 colors. This is the old December color, so they have not changed that. It'll be interesting to see if they change that in the future. But it's 10 colors. It's not like all 12 of the colors for all of the months. Like January is not represented here, although this is a close match. This looks like the November color. This also does not have the July color. Other than that, I think all of the months are represented. So you've got April's color, September's, this is June, that's May, that's December. This is November, October, February, May, and August. I think I did. If I said that was May, I meant March. This one's May. So you have 10 of the monthly colors represented here, but you can use them on those months. Like if it's just July and January's specific colors that are missing, those are both in the blue family, so you could actually use these blues here if you wanted to, or don't even color code it if you want. Just use them whenever you like. And they fit really nicely on the monthly calendar. So if I take one out and just show you one of the monthly calendars, they would fit like this. So if you want to call out a certain event or something on your calendar, you could do that with a sticker. And there's a pocket after the stickers, which I'll show you. The pocket is the same in every planner this year. It used to be in a design that matched the theme of the planner, like this would have been a hexagon theme if this were last year. But all of the planners have this nice color that's solid, and it's a double-sided pocket that's a coated sort of cardstock material that is nice and durable. And the back cover is also functional. So here was that front cover. The back cover is lots of lines. So you could write on this with a wet erase marker or a Sharpie. If you don't know the trick for permanent pens, if you write on this or this with a Sharpie, you can get it off by either using an alcohol wipe to remove it, or this is my favorite hack that I got from someone, don't know who. Take a dry erase marker and go over the permanent pen, and then it will just wipe off like a dry erase. But just be careful that whatever you use is not something that's going to transfer onto your page, especially up here. Like a dry erase marker would probably transfer. So just be careful with that. So this is going to launch on Tuesday, June 17th, and it's going to be at erincondren.com. I have an affiliate link, which I would love for you to use. Although, unfortunately, affiliate tracking has been a real mess for the last year or so with Erin Condren. So if you do order using somebody's affiliate code, if you would take the time to just give them your order number, they can make sure that it tracks. Like 1 out of 4 orders might track. So it's kind of abysmal, and they're working on trying to fix that. But if you would just let your affiliate know that your order number and the day that you ordered, that will help them out a whole lot. And I will also drop just a slight hint. Go to your affiliate on launch day before you press go on your order. And I can't say why, but just do that before you press go on your order. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions about the monthly planner or maybe ways that you can use it, I'll just tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this with my Bible study things, because I think it will be a great sort of calendar / notebook way for me to log the sermons that I listen to, like the titles of them and the references in the Bible that I could kind of log and keep track, and also do sermon notes on these notes pages. I think there is plenty of room for a month's worth of sermon notes. That's what I'm going to do with mine. I'm not going to put any sticker kits in mine, I don't think. Instead, I'm going to use the traditional Erin Condren hexagon sticker book if I do any decorating, like on the monthly spread, and also the seasonal sticker book that they come out with, and just decorate with Erin Condren specific things in here if I want to, or I may just use pen. You can actually get pens that will match all these colors if you just want to write in a color that matches. There's a set of 12 dual tip markers that Erin Condren has, and each of the 12 colors corresponds to one of these. So there is I think they call this one Sapphire. There's one that is specific for July, and it has a bold tip on one side, a fine tip on the other, and it's great for note taking. And even their gold, I think they call it marigold. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but it is a gold that you can actually see. The one color that is hard to see, in my opinion, is the one that goes with May. I think it's called Cherry Blossom. But there is a darker version of this sort of peach color, and it might even be called peach, that you can write with if you want to. But all of these others are nice and dark, and so you could have a marker of the month and get a little pen loop to put on it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's what I mean. This just came out with the Teacher Planner launch, and I haven't even filmed my review of what I ordered. I didn't receive anything as an affiliate for the Teacher Planner launch, so I didn't film a review ahead of that launch, but this was something that is new. And this magnet is even stronger than the magnet bookmarks that came out with the LifePlanner launch. It's even stronger than this, although the description of it says on both of these that they will hold 20 pages. But I think this one is way stronger. In fact, it kind of hurts if you put your finger in there, and it is really a lot of pressure where that magnet is trying to close onto the other side. But here's what you do with this one. You can just put it on your cover. You line up this part here, stop where the elastic is, and make the elastic begin right on the edge of your cover. And then do the same thing with the front, and then just kind of straighten it out. Then this thing is not going anywhere. It's almost like you glued it on. It is not going anywhere. You could put your color of the month or your favorite pen or pencil, whatever you like, in that thing, and it's not going anywhere. It's just not going anywhere. It's a wonderful accessory to get, as well as the colorful dual tip markers. So if we were to write on July, which I hesitate to do because I just want to take my time and do a good job, but this is going to match. And you could take all of your notes with this same color if you wanted to, all through the month, and then switch to your August color if you really like to get all color coded about it. This is a great accessory, so is this. Great accessory. Even if you just like to use a plain old gel pen and you have a favorite that you always use, the pen loop is awesome. And you can put that on your page. Let's just check that out. Let's say that we are here. It is so strong. And it's probably a good idea to go ahead and put your pen in there. All right, I'm going to put it on about 3 sheets. Well, no, don't put your pen in there ahead of time. I'm holding this steady, and then I'm just going to line it up like that. And that's also not going anywhere. It's just not going anywhere. That is the strongest magnet. And this guy, if you want to have both, like, see that would still work. You could just put it on some paper, and then you could also use this guy to mark. These come in 6 different colors, and so look at that. Look how strong it is. Very strong. You can either put it flush with your page and just kind of feel where it is to find your place. or you could make it stick out like a tab. Your choice. I kind of like it flush with the page personally, but you've got your choice. And I just think this one, even though it's strong, super strong, it's like an Ollie clip, I think is what that's called. This is really, really strong. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's the same strength. They both say 20 sheets. Okay, so that's enough of that. I can't get it off the cover. It is so strong. Okay, that's enough of that. Those are my recommendations for like top accessories to get with your monthly planner. If you go with like the pastel minimal, you can also get colors that match that pretty closely. Not exactly. Not exactly. But if you get the pastel pens, they're not as dark. There's a couple that are dark, but there's a charcoal one that's pretty dark. The others are very light. So be aware of that. You might not be able to see as well what you write. Isn't this just gorgeous? I love it. Okay, I'll stop. I could go on and admire my planner forever and ever, but this, again, is the monthly planner. It launches on June 17th. This one was gifted to me from Erin Condren so that I could share it with you guys in a review ahead of launch to help you make up your mind if this is something you want. If you already have a planner and you don't need a monthly planner, you might just want a new cover. So there's the Tulipscape, and there are the 4 mantra ones, and so your choice. It's always fun to kind of make your planner new with a new cover, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.